Magandang araw po. Kami po ang 11 Humes 2 batch 2 group 4. Ang lesson po namin ngayon ay Hinduism. Ang i-discuss po namin ngayon ay tungkol sa introduction, historical background, sacred scriptures, beliefs and doctrines, worship and observances, issues and challenges. Introduction. Hinduism. Hinduism is the world's third largest religion with around 50% of the entire population practicing the Hindu faith. 80% ng Hindu followers ay mga Indian. Historical background. The term Hindu originated from the Persian word Hindu, in Sanskrit Sindhu, which means river. The name Hinduism was given in the 19th century to describe the wide array of belief systems in India. Hinduism was originally known as Arya Dharma or the Aryan Way. Ang historical background nito ay 3000 BCE, 2500 BCE to 1500 BCE, 1750 BCE to 1200 BCE. Sacred scriptures. Sanskrit is the language of the earliest writings. The sacred writings of the Hindus are categorized into two classes, the Shruti and Smriti. Shruti means that which is heard, regarded as eternal truths that were passed orally until the beginning of the present age, wherein there came the need to write them down. The four collections of texts of the Vedas from the Shruti are considered primary sources and the most authoritative texts of the Hindu faith. Other writings that form part of Shruti include the Samhitas, Brahmanas, Upanishads, and a few sutras. Gods and goddesses and their personification of attributes. India is a leader of the Devas or gods, or the Lord of Heaven in Hinduism and God of Rain and Thunderstorms. Agri means God of Fire or Messenger of the Gods. Aditya, Sun or God. Mitra means deity for honesty, friendship, contracts, and meetings. Varuna means God of the water or God of the law of the underwater world. Ushas means deities of dawn. Sabir means solar deity. Rudra means deity of wind or storm. Pushan means solar deity or god of meeting. Brihaspati deity and of religion. Jospira means sky god or father sky. Prithvi means mother earth. Surya means chief solar deity or the sun. Vayu means lord of the winds. Avas means water. Parjanya means what? Thunder and rain. Vedas, earliest known Sanskrit literature from the Brahmanic period and oldest scriptures of Hinduism. Earliest hymns may have been written around 2000 BC or before the arrival of the Aryas in the Indus Valley area. They may also have been written down between 1500 BCE to 400 BCE. The word Veda means, in a great epic, Mahabharata, Brahma was said to have created the Vedas. There are four varieties of Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda. Rig Veda, most important and oldest book that dates back to around 1500 BCE to 1200 BCE. Oldest living religious literature of the world. A collection of over 1,000 hymns and more than 1,000 verses dedicated to the Aryan pantheon of gods. Yajurveda means knowledge of rites plus composed between 1200 BCE to 1000 BCE. Compilation of materials recited during rituals and sacrifices to deities. Samaveda, also known as knowledge of chants, dating back almost the same as the Yajurveda. A collection of verses from the basic hymns recited by priests during sacrifices. Atharva Veda also means as knowledge given by the sage Atharva. Dates back around 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE. This book contains ritual used in homes and popular prayers to God. The four main parts of Vedas, mantras, brahmanas, aranyakas, and Upanishads. Mami, Nako. Upanishad literally translates as sitting down near or sitting close to. Could also mean Brahma knowledge. The great Indian nationalist and philosopher Sri Aurobindo described the Upanishads as the supreme work of the Indian mind. Upanishad, varying in length from one page to over 50 pages. All fundamental teachings and concepts about Hinduism are found in this profound treatises such as karma, means action, samsara, means reincarnation, moksha, nirvana. Atman means soul, and Brahman means absolute almighty.
Similarity. Literary means that which has been remembered. These writings serve to reinforce Shruti and are interpreted by sages and scholarship. Great epics Ramayana and Mahabharata, which contains the philosophical poems Bhagavad Gita, are part of Simriti. These are national epics of India and Kansai. Ang ibig sabihin ng Simriti ay that which has been remembered. Mostly ito ay naglalaman lamang ng mga alamat, codes of conduct sa society, at worship guidebooks sa bansa. Kasama din o nasa loob din ng Simriti ang two national epics ng India, ang Ramayana and Mahabharata. Next. Ramayana, translated as the story of Rama or Rama's journey, is a Sanskrit epic poem written by the poet Valmiki, consisting of 24 verses in 7 books and 500 cantos. This great epic was written between 200 BCE and 200 CE. It is translated to Story of Rama with 24 verses sa loob ng 7 books at ang Rama symbols is represented as a standing figure holding an arrow to his right and bow to his left. Sumisimbolo ang arrow and bow ni Rama sa kanyang great and strength. Next. Mahabharata. Another major Sanskrit literature of old India is Mahabharata, which is composed of around 100,000 verse, making it the world's longest poem written around 500 BCE. This magnificent work is attributed to the author Vyasa, who is also considered to be the scribe of the Vedas. Ang Mahabharata daw ay major Sanskrit literature of old India. Ang Mahabharata ay ang isa sa dalawang national epics ng India. Pinaniniwalaan nila na si Vyasa ang gumawa ng Mahabharata. Meron itong around 100,000 verse at ito ang pinakamahabang poems. Sinulat ito around 500 BCE, bahagi daw ng Mahabharata ang Bhagavad Gita, isang dialogo sa pagitan ng pag-uusap ni Krishna at Arjuna. Next. Bhagavad Gita is a celebrated episode within the Mahabharata is the Bhagavad Gita, or simply Gita, which is translated as the Lord's Song. It is believed to to have been written between the 2nd century BCE and 3rd century CE. Ito ay isang part ng Mahabharata na ang ibig sabihin ay the Lord Songs. Pinaniniwalaan sinulat ito noong 2nd and 3rd century before Common Era. Ito ay considered na pinakabanal na libro ng mga Hindu na may 700 verse na naglalaman ng mga dialogue between Pandava and Krishna. Next.
Belief and doctrines. Next. God and goddess can be worshipped at the temples in temples. Devotees can pray and offer sacrifices so that they can gain favor from deities and assist them in their struggle for salvation. Bhakti stands for the soul longing for and clinging to God. Ang mga Diyos ay maaaring sambahin sa kanilang mga templo. Ang mga deboto ay maaaring manalangin at mag-alay ng mga sakripisyo upang makakuha sila ng pabor mula sa mga Diyos at tulungan sila sa kanilang pakikibaka para sa kaligtasan. Next. Central to Hinduism is the Brahman, who is the ultimate reality. One and undivided, the Brahman is often seen in three forms or functions called the Trimurti. These are creation, preservation, and destruction. These functions are expressed in God forms, namely Brahma and the Creator, Vishnu the Preserver, and Shiva the Destroyer. Ang sentro ng Hinduismo ay ang Brahman na siyang tunay na realidad, isa at hindi nahahati. Ang Brahman ay madalas na nakukuha sa tatlong anyo o tungkulin na tinatawag na Trimurti. Ito ay ang mga paglikha, pangangalaga, pagkawasak. Ang mga tungkulin ito ay pinahayag sa mga anyo ng Diyos. Ibig sabihin si Brahma ang lumikha, Vishnu ang tagapag-ingat at Shiva ang maninira. Next. When depicted, Brahma has 4 heads and 8 hands. His consort is Saraswati, the goddess of science and wisdom. Brahma's vehicle is a swan or goose, which symbolizes knowledge, known as a god of love, benevolence, and forgiveness. Vishnu primary concern is humanity itself. Next. Based on mythology, Vishnu has appeared on earth in 9 different forms and will come a 10th time to end the present era and or kalpa to bring the world to an end and then recreate it. These manifestations of Vishnu are intended to help humanity with his preserving, restoring, and protecting powers. Next. Matcha fish save humanity and the sacred Veda text from flood. Kurma turtle helped create the world by supporting it on his back. Varaha raised the earth out of water with this task. Narasimha, half man, half lion, destroyed a giant king. Vamana, dwarf, subdued King Bali, a powerful demon. Parshurama, Brahmin, destroyed the warrior class. Rama, man, rescued his wife Sita and killed the demon Ravana. Krishna told the epic poem Bhagavad Gita to the warrior Arjuna. Buddha, the enlightened moon, Kaiti, yet to come to earth. Next. In Hindu sacred writing, Vishnu is depicted as having 4 arms and with the dark complexion. His most popular manifestation is Krishna, who is blue, the color of infinity, in place the flute. Vishnu's consort is Lakshmi and goddess of fortune, who is seated on a lotus between 2 elephants with their trunks raised above her. But Vishnu and Lakshmi ride the eagle mount or kite Garuda, the symbol of the sky and the sun. Next, the snake in Garuda's claws represent water as the destroyer and the god of death, destruction, and disease. Shiva is the third in the Trimurti. His functions are many. He is in also god of dance, vegetable, animal, and human reproduction. In Hindu belief, that is but a prelude to birth. Hence, the god of death is also the god of ten revered truth, the being and made energy surrounded by Dhyani, the female source of energy. Next, roots to moksha. From the Upanishad, one may find the three principles and interrelated doctrines within the Indian religion. Firstly, every soul die and are reborn in new form. This cycle is called samsara. Second, one once did have an effect in this or a future life. Lastly, one may escape the merry-round of death birth. Mula sa Upanishad ay maaaring matagpuan ng isa ang tatlong pangunahing at magkakaugnay ng mga doktrina sa loob ng relihiyong Indian. Una, ang bawat kaluluwa ay namamatay at muling isinilang sa bagong anyo. Ang pangalawa ay may epekto dito o sa hinaharap na buhay. Sa wakas, ang isa ay maaaring takasan ng pagod ng pag-ikot ng kamatayan at pagsilang. Next. A soul may escape the cycle of rebirth and attain moksha. This particular revelation can be achieved through the four yogas that involve a system or practices aimed at producing spiritual enlightenment. The word yoga is derived from the root word yuj, which translates to yogi, or to join the philosophy of yoga, was developed by the Patanjali, who lived in the 2nd century BCE. He is considered as the father of modern yoga as he codified the teachings of yoga in Yoga Sutra. Next. For all Hindus, there are four desirable goals of life or Purushartha. These are Dharma, approved behavior, Artha, the pursuit like worldly success, Kama, the pursuit of like legitimate pleasure, and Moksha, release from rebirth. Jnana Yoga, the path of knowledge, wisdom, introspection, and contemplation. Com- contemplation. Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion, emotion, love, compassion, and service to God and others. Karma Yoga, the path of action, service to others, mindfulness, and remembering the levels of our being while fulfilling. Raja Yoga, the path of meditation that directly deals with the encountering and transcending thoughts of the mind. Next, worship and observances. Hindu scriptures state that there are 330 million gods of devas. Without the Hindu worship is version that pertaining to seeing and being the presence of deity. Sinasabi ng mga banal na kasulatan ng Hindu na mayroon 330 milyong mga Diyos o mga deva. Ipinagdiriwang ang mga Hindu ang ilang pagdiriwang na nakatabay sa kalendaryong Hindu at kadalasang nauugnay sa mga pagbabago sa panahon kabilang sa pangunahing pagdiriwang. Next. Hindus celebrate a number of festivals that are based on the Hindu calendar and often related to seasonal changes. Main festivals include Holi, Diwali, and Dasara. The Diwali or Festival of Lights is India's biggest and the most important holiday of the year, held in October or November. That is similar to Christmas holiday of the Christians. Next. month. January, celebrated the Punjab. This marks the end of winter. February, a feast held in South India to celebrate the fierce harvest. March, the national celebration of spring and the new year. April, and honoring Vishnu and his consorts celebrated in Madras at the beginning of the hot season. Images of Vishnu are taken from temples to the seashores. May, the birthday of Lord Jagannath, celebrated with chariot in Puri. August, the birthday of Krishna, celebrated nationally worship first fast during the day and break the fast in the evening following a special puja or worship. September, a celebration of triumph of good over evil in honor of Durga or Rama. September, the birthday of Ganesh, celebrated nationally through the India huge image of Ganesh and parade. October, a national celebration in honor of Rama and his consort. Next, pilgrimages are also undertaken by Hindus to India to visit the shrines of their deities. These include rivers, mountains, and temples. The city of Varanasi, also called Benares, is the most important and pyramid site in India and is considered as the home of Shiva. Many people come and live in the city until they die to manifest their exceptional devotion. Or other popular sites include Kurukshetra, the place of the Great War in Mahabharata, Ayodhya, the old capital of Rama, and Mathura, Krishna's birthplace. Next. Saan ba?
Dumako naman tayo sa subdivisions. Katulad ng Christianity ay meron ding mga sectors and denominations ang Hinduism. Sa katunayan, meron silang 4 na principal denominations. Ito ay ang Shaivism, Shaktism, Vaishnavism, and Smartism. There is indeed variety and key differences among sects. Adherents of these denominations share the pervading beliefs concerning karma, dharma, reincarnations, and other key Hindu concepts and philosophy. Shaivism. Lord Shiva, the compassionate one, is God for the Shaivites. Followers of Shaivism value self-discipline and philosophy. Ang Shaivism daw po ay sumasamba kay Shiva na Diyos ng Shaivites. Ang turo nila ay more on self-discipline and philosophy. Next. Shaktism. The goddess Shakti is supreme for Shaktas. Believers use chants, magic, and yoga to summon cosmic forces. Ang Shaktism naman ay sumasamba kay Shaktu. Siya ay divine mother and assumes many forms. Sila rin ay nagwo-worship ng chants, magic, and yoga. Next. Vaishnavism. Lord Vishnu is God for the Vaishnavites, especially in his incarnations, Krishna and Rama. Adherents have multitudes of saints, temples, and sacred texts. Sila ay sumasamba kay Lord Vishnu, na God of Vaishnavites. Smartism. For the Smartas, devotees are left to choose their own deity in one of six manifestations, namely Ganesha, Shiva, Shakti, Vishnu, Surya, and Skanda. Smartas are known as liberals as they embrace all major Hindu gods. Sila ay sumasamba kay Lord Vish ay sila naman ay pwedeng mamili sa anim na manifestations na sina Ganesha, Shiva, Shakti, Vishnu, Surya at Kanda. Next.
Tutulog ka? Ha?
Issues and challenges. Next.
Sige, bye-bye. Love you too.
Next. Hinduism and women, even though the Manusmriti or the laws of Manu states that women should be honored in Hindu society. Women have always been considered inferior to men in almost all aspects of life. A woman's life revolves around the men in her life, to be taken care of by her father in childhood, by her husband in married life, and by her sons upon old age. Sa Hinduism naman, meron silang tinatawag na laws of Manu na kung saan ang woman should be honored in Hindu society. Sa Hinduism, ang buhay ng babae ay umiikot sa mga lalaki sa buhay ng katulad ng pag-aalaga sa mga ama ng anak na babae, sa kanyang asawang lalaki at kanyang mga anak na lalaki. At expected din na sa mga Hindu na maging loyal sa mga asawa nila, kumbaga till death do us part. Kailangan mong sumama na sunugin doon kasama ang namatay mong asawang lalaki. Next. Caste system. The caste system is one major distinguishing feature of Indian culture that still affects modern-day society. A system of social class composed of the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. Opportunities are based upon family origin. The most deplorable group are those persons that do not belong to any group. Those that are disparagingly called as outcasts or untouchables, also known as Dalits. They are highly ostracized in society. Ito ay composed sa priests, warriors, merchants, and peasants na kung saan nakakaapekto ang leveling sa pag-aasawa at sa mga opportunities when it comes in employment at pagkuha ng mga resources. Ang pinakamababa ay ito ay ang mga outcast o untouchable. Usually, makikilala mo na mga outcast ang mga tao na yan sa pamamagitan ng trabaho nila, like street sweeper, at cleaners at handle ng mga patay ng tao. Ang mga trabahong yun ay ang may mga pinakamababang sahod at nakakaawang kondisyon ng pamumuhay. May kinalaman ito sa karma. Usually, naniniwala sila na kapag pinagbuti mo ang pamumuhay mo dito sa lupa, na kapag nabuhay ka ulit, ay ikaw ay nasa mataas na. Next. Despite the negative backlash on the caste system, India has been receptive in enacting legislation aimed at reactivating inherent social evils. For example, untouchability has been banned and the caste system is no longer rigid. The Indian constitution has provided that it is unlawful to discriminate against lower castes. Lower caste, remember, are now being elected to key government positions, including Kochari R. Narayanan, a Dalit who became the 10th president of India from 1997 to 2022. Next. And that's all for our reporting. I hope you learned something. Thank you for listening.